He told us at halftime, and he didn't go back in the second half.
At that point, you had a big lead. Was it just protecting the liquidity?
I mean, we didn't make that decision based off the lead at halftime. It wasn't big enough, and I have a lot of scars, so no.
How significant, obviously, is the scaling injury?
I mean, anytime you lose your left tackle, I mean, it's always significant, especially when the guy who backed him up, we lost in preseason. So, we got School, we got Brunskill, guys will have to step it up. Unfortunate for Joe. I know how bad he wants to be out there, but once we accept the injury, at least we'll still get him back later this year.
Will you consider moving to Pucci over?
I doubt it. We'll talk about this stuff tomorrow, but I don't see much of a difference, and you don't want to change two positions when you only have to change one. I don't really know. I couldn't see. I just saw him on the ground.
It seemed like you guys had control of the game right away. It sat on defense and then threw down and scored. Did you feel like this was your guys? Everything was going right up until the Staley injury?
No, I thought they got a lot of momentum back with our interception. I think that was on second and long. That game, I mean, I thought their team came out playing well. I mean, I know we got that score with the big play to Keese early. But then when they responded with that turnover, I thought our defense really stepped it up because they got the momentum there. I think our defense got them on a 10-yard loss. I forget how. And they ended up missing that field goal. So if there's a chance to change momentum, we made a mistake. Then we got it back, and we went down and scored at the end of the second quarter and then scored on the opening drive of the third quarter, which that's how you lap people like that. So it was nice.
I assume you expect to be better than week one offensively, but it was like 600 yards. Would you expect to be that good?
I mean, I don't think you ever really think of it that way. I mean, football, you always have a chance to. I thought there was a lot of good looks that the guys had, and they made them and made some big plays. And then we had some bad looks. We had a couple broken tackles and things like that where people still got some really good yards. So I thought all the guys played real well, and we kept getting the ball back, which always helps too.
You're off balance throughout the game. Like, as a play caller, do you feel like a rhythm? Like, can you snap shit when you're able to stay on the field like that?
Yes, definitely. Yeah, the more you're out there, and I felt like it seemed like for a while I never had to call a third down play, which means your first and second down stuff's going well, and that's the goal if you can let that stuff play off each other. I mean, when you get to third down, everyone in the league's pretty one-dimensional, but when you're getting good plays on first and second, it'll kind of opens up everything.
Kyle, it really felt like I'm thinking of a couple of plays. The first touchdown to Mostert that was executed so well with the block and felt like the right play. Down early in the third quarter, that play to Debo down on that sideline. It really felt like in terms of execution, the guys are as sharp as I've seen them in a long time, and maybe in your time here.
Yeah, I mean that's something I feel like we've struggled with, and I think we definitely did versus Tampa a little, and when we got the right looks, the guys were on it. It's you get the right look sometimes, but it's always hard for 11 guys to do it exactly right. It only takes 1 weak link on a play. That's what's so tough about football. And when we got the right looks, the guys executed them very well, made the blocks, eliminated the penalties, and usually when that happens, you get a big play.
Can you give us a quick breakdown of that first touchdown?
It's something we've ran a bunch. You guys have seen it. We never hit Marquise on it, but you're just faking a run one way, coming out the other way, and the guy who's usually cutting off the defensive end so you get the edge just slips through the whole defense, comes out the backside. Something we've had juice on a number of times. But today was Keith. He did a good job of it.
Looking back, what do you think the team did so well over this last week, and it's time to allow them to have a performance like that?
I mean, the same things we did the week before. I don't think you want to overrate. Just when you do good, it has all to do with what you do in the week. When you do bad, you obviously messed up in the week. Football's a tough game. I thought we competed our tails off versus Tampa and did a lot of good things. Just didn't quite play as well. Today, I thought was similar. Just to be on the road for 10 days, that adds up. But I thought our guys were juiced today. They came out with a lot of energy. Didn't take us time to wake up. And when we did face some adversity, like the turnover, we got it right back, and guys never blinked.
You said on Thursday that everybody felt really exhausted, but that you expected to really improve Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Was that the case? Did you guys feel more today?
That's why we did so well, because of our sleep. No, I mean obviously it's proven now, right? But you have a few tips and stuff and a few turnovers, and then that would have been a bad case. So that's what science says, and today it backed it up well. So I'm sure we'll stick with that.
Does that make you more inclined to stay out eat or either on the East Coast?
Yeah, I tried really hard. because I knew this would be questions after the game. So I talked with Lynch, and we tried really hard to make a decision before the game happened. And we felt like it helped us before the game happened. Now, we would definitely have probably have changed our mind if that score was the opposite. But so the fact that we felt that before the game and the game encouraged that decision, then I feel pretty good about it. We'll just see if our travel guys can get it done. Yeah, definitely. I mean, everyone knows the ability Jimmy has, and he's shown it. It's not just about a guy with talent. It's a guy who has talent, who's played in games and shown everyone he can play at a high level. The more he's out there, I truly believe the better he'll get, even when he does make mistakes, as long as he learns from them. And I thought we really helped him out today, just having a run game. Being able to do that well in the run game really helps you be balanced, takes the pressure off of them, takes a little bit of the pressure off the line in the pass game, and it gets you some cleaner looks. So I thought just as a team, they all did a lot better, and obviously Jimmy did too. I mean, that's good. I mean, all I watched was Debo on the play, so I didn't know that he got hit like that, but that's what you expect. And, he's capable of doing that. He can make the throws. So it was a good job by Debo, beating Kirkpatrick in coverage, and Jimmy threw it on time. That's why Debo was able to run after it. Yeah. Just stuff that plays off other stuff. I mean, we're in that formation a lot, so you just need ways to balance the field out and keep people honest.
How important were these 2 weeks in the big picture in terms of incremental steps, what you guys have done these 2 weeks for where you want to be as an organization?
I mean, it was our first task, so it was everything. I mean, we haven't gotten off to a very good start here in the 2 years that I've been here. So, start out 2-0, especially with 2 games on the road. We know we got some tough games ahead of us. We got one before our bye week. So, I mean, it was huge. We don't want to put ourselves in the hole. We know we had 2 good teams, especially the way Cincinnati played last week. We knew it was going to be tough, and I was just glad the guys in both games. They were 2 totally different games, but I was real proud of the guys. Yeah, we got a good group, and everyone blocked real well. But we got a bunch of guys who can run the ball. We knew we were very happy that we were able to keep Jeff around here because we knew it was a matter of time before we were going to need him. You're never hoping that it's this early, but you always know it's going to be a matter of time. We went through 4 backs last year, and we've already had to do it this year. So the guys stepped up huge, even with Breida. We took care of him in the second half and tried to let him take away some of the wear and tear on him, and it's a lot easier to do when you got Raheem and Jeff going in there and playing at a high level.
You don't want to overreact as a head coach, but all things considered, this the most encouraging game of your brief head coaching career?
Yeah, in all 3 phases, I would definitely say. I mean, that's, I think, the most decisive win that we've had. I thought we had a pretty good one versus Oakland last year on Thursday night. But just as overall, the whole team, I thought it was real good, and we haven't had too many games that we felt that comfortable for the last 45 minutes.
Couple more. How well has Debo acquitted himself just in early going in this first season?
I mean, he just did what he's supposed to do, so we're happy with him with that. I mean, I'm going to be hard on Debo all the time. This is his second game. Lots of stuff I'm sure he could have done better, but I know when we give the ball to him and we put the ball in his hands, he's as fearless and as tough of a rookie receiver as I've been around. And we're going to have to live, as I told him, with some growing pains, but when you got a guy who plays that physically and isn't scared of the moment and isn't scared of the contact, we're going to be a lot more willing to live with it. No, he's our third, unless CJ's activated. But Dante did a hell of a job on that. You're always nervous with the receivers on it because even if they can't throw, you never give them warning. It's not like they ever warm up or anything like that. But Dante had a lot of poise on it, looked down the field to other people in the route, so he could help open up Debo on the other side. Oh, not Debo, that was the other one. Forget who it was, Raheem, I think. But yeah, it was a good throw. Who's that? Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, first of all, that was our fault. We wanted to play him more in week 1 than we did, so that was just some oversight on ours. And then the way he practiced this week, he continued to get a lot better. So we went into this game planning to play him more than in week 1, and he earned that. And, him and Debo were both starters to us today. It had to do with what plays we were starting with and things like that. But I look at those guys as the same right now.
All right, thanks.
Thanks, guys.
Locker room's open. We're going to bring Garoppolo.
Just playing football, man. The O-line did a great job all day, and I just made a play on that play, and like I said, I wouldn't be able to do it without the rest of the team.
You guys had almost 600 yards of offense, 41 points. I mean, there was some minor grumbling after last week, like without the offense. You feel like you answered any questions that were out there?
Most definitely. I was saying all week, the first game, it's the first time we're all playing together. Since last year, we played preseason, but we didn't play a half. So it's the first time we played a full game together. Guys are still knocking out the rust, and I feel like we came out today and executed better than we did last week.
At some point during that game, Matt, where's the confidence level where you guys know that you have this under control? Right away, you felt like you guys were going to roll?
We have that mindset going in, from the get-go that we want to go in there and just dominate teams. You want to keep that mindset throughout the whole game. There's no letting up. You can't just go into the, fourth quarter, we're up by, 3 touchdowns or whatever it was, and think that the game's over with. You got to play it throughout the whole game. It's the NFL. Nothing's easy.
How's the running back rotation going? Obviously, Kevin's out, so you and Raheem and Jeff stepped up, and what was that like?
It's going great. That's how his plan was going to be the whole year. Try and get as many guys in there, rotate of us. All of us are great running backs. I feel like all of us are starters, and we just have a great running back room. No one's selfish. As long as we're winning, we don't care who's in the game.
In the third quarter, you had 220 yards of offense, and every run was like 10 yards. What is it like when you're able to dominate?
Oh, it's an amazing feeling. Just going out there knowing that, that you can just run the ball down their throats, whenever you want to. It's an amazing feeling. And like I said, it was a team effort today. The receivers blocking on the edge, offensive linemen doing what they do, and then the quarterbacks carrying their fake. It was just a team effort, and we had a great win today.
Matt, do you get the impression that Shanahan kind of took the wraps off the offense, threw some more stuff at him?
No. Been doing what we're doing. Like I said, it was week 1. I feel like a lot of teams around the league didn't have a great week 1. We came out like you make your biggest improvement from week 1 to week 2. And I feel like we did that. We knocked off the rust. We were able to execute today. Everyone was up. The defense did a great job today, as they always have been doing. And like I said, it was a big team effort.
How do you guys temper the staling with his broken leg?
I got no comments right now. Honestly, I don't know what's going on with that. So, you guys have to ask Kyle about that.
Matt, can you talk about the dynamic of when it's late in the game and your offensive line is kind of dominating and get a chance to run the ball? That's a good time for the offense.
It's an amazing feeling. It's one of those things where you're going in there and like I said, you could just run the ball down their throats every play. It's something I can't describe. You got to be out there just to feel it. And like I said today, everyone did a great job. Special teams, offense, defense, great job today.
What does it say about this team? 2 tough games on the road to start the season. It's a long season, but you guys are.
One word comes to mind is resilience. We've been through a lot in these past 2 years trying to get to where we want to get to, and now the pieces are starting to come together. And I feel like us going through those 2 rough seasons is putting us in position to do great things in the future. And I can't wait to see what this team can do the rest of the season.
All right, thanks, Matt.
All right, thank you guys.
There we go. Kids don't know about him. No respect. All right.
Last week there was kind of minor grumbling about the offense, like what's going on over there.
Who was groveling?
I was
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about us. I'm like, no, we didn't say anything.
just public.
Oh, okay.
I mean, do you feel like they answered any questions today with that performance?
Well, I guess answered any questions you guys had. I mean, we knew what they were capable of. As a team, some games you have those games. This is the NFL. There's talent on the other side. And as you saw, Tampa played a good game on Thursday night. They played great defense, and their D-line is pretty stout. So we knew what our offense was capable of. We knew what Kyle's capable of in terms of his play call and creativity. We obviously know what Jimmy's capable of. So we weren't really concerned. It's a team game. When the offense isn't having their best game, defense got to step it up. When defense isn't having their best game, offense has to step it up. And some games, you both step it up, and you end up with a great result.
Last season got away from this team. Now that you're 2-0, people are going to look at you guys as contenders. What is that going to feel like, and how these guys are going to adapt to that?
It has nothing to do with us. How just like you just said, the outside world was groveling about the offense, or how they feel. That doesn't matter to us in the building. You got to play every game and prepare and be ready, be prepared, and play hard and treat them like a championship opportunity. And that's what I think our team is prepared to do. Obviously, you get your 24 hours to celebrate this one, and our young guys, I'm sure, will celebrate it. But they're also getting their minds right for Pittsburgh. We got a tough game, our first home game in front of the Niner gang, and we got to be ready for them.
Richard, you had a chance to watch the offense. Were you impressed with Kyle's variety and stuff he did with the Bengals?
Yeah, I'm always impressed with it, but we also deal with it in training camp and OTAs and deal with every look he can present. But he's one of the best offensive minds in football, so we hold him to a pretty high standard, and he lives up to it. He's a guy that's gonna strain the defense and make them struggle, and he did that again tonight. Today.
So you've probably seen that. So past the Marquise, for the touchdown, you've probably seen that a lot.
Oh, we've seen it a lot. That's why the Bengals were running a similar offense to ours, but we've seen most of the looks. We've seen how the Rams attack. We've seen how they attack, so we were prepared for a lot of their looks, and our D-line played heck of football, especially in the run game. I think they had 30 yards or so. So you got to give D-line a lot of credit for their sacks and their pressure, but also for the way they played the run. No, it's just love and appreciation. It's just appreciation. He's playing fantastic football, man, and he deserves everything that comes his way. He should just as much negative attention and everything as you guys were giving him. Nothing personal, obviously. He some of it was merited, some of it I don't feel like was merited, but he deserves all the positive attention he'll be getting. But I don't think he's concerned about it. I think he learned to be self-aware and self-motivated. And that's gonna benefit him down the road. You can't ride the roller coaster of what other people think, and how, hey man, look at you. They're slapping you on the butt when they think you're playing well, and then when they think you're not, they're ready to throw you away. So you can't ride that emotional roller coaster. And I think he's learned that. He's just staying within himself, playing his game, and he's having a great time out there, and it's fun to see.
This is probably looking down the road a little bit, but you have games in Baltimore and then New Orleans. As a member of the Leadership Council, would you be receptive to doing another trip similar to this, even if it's not now?
Honestly, I'm trying not to look that far down the line. I'm just getting ready for Pittsburgh. When we were asked about that by Kyle, we'll address that. Obviously, we won this game, and we had a successful trip, so I'm sure they'll take that into account. But I'm sure they'll take what our wives have to say and what his wife has to say and what the kids have to say as well. You might be taking a bigger trip, a bigger group of people the next time. I don't think they're going to take another 10-day away from the family in the middle of December or whatever that is, November. I appreciate it, man. I thank you guys, and thank you to the Niner faithful. Like I said earlier in the year, just stay humble. I know everybody's out there probably going crazy at the bar and having a good time, and all my friends and family, and my boy Deezy's probably out, Niner gang or B Marquise. But everybody just stay humble. This is a franchise that won 5 championships, and we're trying to get back to that, and we're working hard, and it's a work in progress. But we appreciate your support. Thank you.
Maybe there were some, minor, concerns from, the public about the offense in week one. Do you feel like you answered whatever questions were out there?
I think we've always been, we want to keep it about us. And so throughout this whole week, we've just been saying if, we go out there, execute the way we know how to, the way we do in practice every day, we'll be in good shape. Great one. Makes my job very easy. His mind it's incredible just how he thinks. He's, 2 plays ahead while we're running the current play, and it makes everything so easy. And when he gets in a rhythm like that, it just puts everyone in a good position.
How much did just having the run game going kind of affect that and being able to kind of stay ahead of the chain?
Yeah, I thought, the O-line, they got after him early, and they got after him often. It makes everything a lot easier when they own the line of scrimmage like that. So, in the pass game, the run game, everything, those guys dominated up front, and it just makes everything so much easier. So you got to tip your hat to those guys.
How big of a loss is Joe Sterling for the foreseeable future?
Yeah, it's tough. I just heard about the news and everything, especially in the situation we were in. Game's kind of out of hand at that point, and Joe goes down, it sucks. So especially, guy like Joe, he'll be back though, and so we'll be in good spirits and everything. But it's tough.
Jimmy, there were times I'm thinking of the touchdown, the first one to Raheem, where you got rid of the ball just at the right time. It felt like you got the right play.
To Marquise,
No, to Raheem.
the first one.
Yeah, the second one.
Okay. Oh yeah, his first. Okay.
And then the play down the sideline to Debo. It just felt like the execution for some of those kind of plays was as crisp as I've seen it as long as we've been with this team.
Yeah, we worked on a couple plays. The week in Youngstown definitely paid off, getting us on the time frame and everything, and just we had some extra time to be around each other, talk through things, and I thought as an offense we were all on the same page. So it makes everything a lot easier when you're like that.
Was that touchdown pass to Marquise one of the plays you worked on? Was it in the script? Was that something that you guys were ready to do?
Yeah, we've been working on it a little bit, and those are the little details of just little execution, things like that. If Marquise does it perfectly like he did, he's going to be wide open, and we knew that. So it's credit to him, credit to everyone selling the run and everything, and makes for an easy touchdown.
How much energy does somebody like Quan Alexander just bring to the entire team, whether it's on the sideline or pregame warm-ups?
Yeah, Quan's awesome, man. He really is. The defense as a whole, I mean, they just it's a different attitude. I've never been around defense like that, and when I turn the ball over and they could hold them to a field goal and they miss it, it just gives you so much confidence in those guys, and they play their ass off, and it's incredible.
How much more is your confidence in building as you take more snaps and you get more into more of a rhythm being the
Yeah, I think it's just keep moving in the right direction. Each game, you try to improve, keep getting better. Each practice, same way. And so I think it's coming along, and there's still things to clean up. Stupid interception today, but a lot of positives came out of it.
It was just one play. I think it was the first play, second half. You took a hit, stayed in the pocket, delivered the pass to Debo when we were almost 40 yards.
Mm-hmm.
Do plays like that, do they mean anything extra to you, just knowing what you've been through and with you?
Well, it was a phenomenal route by Debo. First of all, I mean, he was open by like 5 yards, and then the run after catch was awesome. But yeah, it's it's good to get hit. I guess it sounds weird to say, but it's moving in the right direction, like I said. But like I said before, Debo he ran a phenomenal route on that play. If you saw it.
On your scramble, when you got in the middle, were you thinking you were going to slide with your legs, or you were going to go head first?
Well, I knew it was third down. I kind of looked at the marker as I was running, and I thought I had to go head first. I didn't want to, when you go feet first, they usually mark you a little short, so I didn't want to risk that. And it was good.
When a guy's as open as Marquise was on that first play, is that a hard throw sometimes?
Yeah, it's like you don't. It's not hard, but it's just nerve-wracking because you're like, if I miss this one, I'm on SportsCenter, not top 10, no doubt. So it's just you want to stick it on him. And Marquise is so fast that I think I could have thrown that anywhere. He would have got to it.
Does it do anything for the offense in the huddle when you have somebody like Debo who's so looking for contact and physical after the catch?
Yeah, it's awesome. It's like having a running back at receiver once he gets the ball in his hands, but he could run routes at the same time. It's very unique. I love having it, and he's so raw and still has a long way to go, and that's the exciting part.
All right.
All good?
Thanks, Jim.
All right, thanks, guys.